Hey, beloved, listen, God wanted me to remind you that if He done it before, if He did it for you before, He is most definitely going to do it for you again. God does not forsake His people. He doesn't. So if He done it for you, keep in mind that if He got you out of something before, He'll definitely get you out again. When you are going through something, when you're experiencing something, know that it is for a cause, it is for a reason. What is God doing? What is God telling me? What is God trying to show me? What is God trying to reveal to me? What is God trying to do in me? Like, there is so many reasons, there is so many causes for why God does the things that He does. Okay. So whenever you're finding yourself in a tough space, whenever you're finding yourself going through something out of something just unimaginable, know that God is doing it for a reason. It's for a cause. Nothing ever happens by happenstance or on accident. It's all for purpose. So I want to kind of share my experience this year, 2025, with you. My child's father passed away January. Okay, that was the start of the year. Last year, 2024, I kind of had a rough season as well, but I'm just going to kind of stay on this one. So my child's father passed away, unexpected. Didn't know that he was going to pass away. He actually passed away in his sleep. Had no idea. Just happened. Um, that was the beginning of the year. A couple of months later, I had been not feeling well, going back and forth to the hospital. What is going on? I know something is wrong. Da 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 da. They're telling me I'm in heart failure. Okay. So I could have easily got in the bed, crawled up, and cried and asked God, why is this happening to me? Because I have endured so much. The years before, now here we is again. I could have easily done that. But instead, I said, okay, what can I learn from this? What is this teaching me? Um, what is God trying to do through me? What is God trying to show me? Do I need to come up in my faith? I mean, there's so many things I had to pull from, because I know that I know that nothing happens by happenstance. I know that nothing happens on purpose. I know that it's all for a purpose. I know that God does everything for a reason and for a cause, right? And so I'm like, okay, now here we go. Here we go. I could have easily went into a depression. I mean, so many things could have easily happened, but I chose not to focus on being depressed or being sad, because what is that going to do for me? Not only what is that going to do for me, because I've gone through that, I've gone down that road again before. So what is that going to do for the situation? What is that going to do? Instead, I'm going to horn in on God, and I'm going to continue to pray, and I'm going to continue to believe, and I'm going to continue to trust the process, because I know that it's a process. I know that there's a lesson to be learned. I know that there is something that God is doing through me, in me, around me. I know that. So instead of me focusing on the negative aspect of it, oh, I just lost this very special person that was in my life for over 16 years. Now here it is this, I could have horned in and got completely sad. But instead, I'm going to focus on the purpose here. I'm going to, God, I know if you did it for me before. God, I know if you brought me out of this before. I know if you brought me out of a terrible situation before. God, I know I just know. So I know you're going to do it for me again. Right? So I had to get in that mind space. God, I know that if you're going to do it, if you've done it for me before, you're going to do it for me again. Because your word, it doesn't lie. Your word doesn't lie, and your word, it doesn't return to you empty. It doesn't return to you void. Your word says that you are a healer. Your word says that you are a comforter. Your word says that you'll give me strength whenever I feel weak. And so, you have to horn in on what God says. And you cannot allow situations, you cannot allow things to control your emotions and to control what God is doing. You have to really get in a space where you hear God. You have to really get in a space where you are praying and just trusting and believing what He is speaking and what He is saying to you. And know that it doesn't happen. It's not just happening. It's happening because there's a purpose. It's happening because there's a reason. Now, I was devastated. My child's father passed away, and he was actually a dad. He was actually a father. He never missed a beat. He was at every event. She seen her dad at least every other day. He was a father. He was very well present. He was a father. And then for him to just get just like that. I could have asked God so many whys, but I didn't. I said, okay, God, you said you know the plans that you have for me and for my child. And it's not to harm us, but to do us good. So instead of me asking God, why did you take him? Instead of me asking God, why did you do this? Instead of my whys turned into, God, you know the plan. I could have asked God so many questions. But instead I said, God, for you said, see, we have to go back to God with his word too. God, for you said, you know the plans for my life. And it's not to harm us, but it is to do us good. So I know that out of this, that your plan will prevail. I know that out of all of this, that there is a purpose and there is a cause. So I want to leave that with you on today, beloved, that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're facing, no matter what life, no matter what God does, I want you to horn in on what God is telling you. I want you to pull closer to God and see what it is he's saying to you, what it is he's speaking, what it is he's trying to reveal. Instead of asking why, ask God, what do you want me to do with this? What are you teaching me? What do I need to learn? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to do in me? And give me the strength to get through it while you do it. Because he will. Know that if God did it for you before, he'll do it for you again. Trust the process. God is faithful.